Happy New Year, because I haven't had the opportunity to say that to you yet. Welcome, I'm Chrissy. This is A Little Glam, A Lot of Mom. It's been several weeks since my last video. I intentionally took some time off to enjoy our time together during the holidays, and then that rolled over into more time off. But here I am. Today's video is a collaborative video with Zayra at the Willow Tree Schoolhouse and Hannah at Hannah Gravel. We've come together to share homeschool day in the life videos, all from different perspectives and seasons of motherhood. I've been inspired by both of these women, and I know you will be too. Check my description box for the links to Zayra and Hannah's channels. So today is Monday, January 9th, and within just the first 2 weeks of January, it's already been declared by the Lord that 2023 is a year of breakthrough for our family. A lot of changes this week, so we're starting off new routines as gentle as possible today. Hubby was home for 20 days and he's off at work today. My teens have started their dual enrollment and they are on campus. Today, I'm on a morning of fasting of social media and food. I'm replacing checking my social apps first thing in the morning with pouring into myself and starting the day with God. Of course, that is a constant always. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen the habits I've set in place for myself for 2023. One of these habits is self-care. Every single day there is no give. It also doesn't look the same every day. Today, Monday, is basketball day. My son has a game, which means no gym time for me. So my form of self-care today will be to carve out time to dabble with a few goodies I received as Christmas gifts from my family, including a new coat of polish on my nails. But first, I want to share a little haul of goodies with you. I got some new gym leggings and I'm excited to try them this week. This brand, Danskin, is one of my favorite brands, affordable brands for gym attire, especially leggings. I like that these are a thicker like legging type of material, so my undergarments aren't showing through, and also it has enough but not too much compression. SC nail polish. If you know me a little bit, if you've been around for a while, you know that one of my favorite forms of self-care is to polish my nails. Yes, I have to do it every about 3 to 4 days because between washing dishes and housekeeping, but I'm okay with that because I actually enjoy the process, and I also like switching out or swapping out colors pretty often. This polish is number 324 by Essie, fairest of them all, and again, I'm going to be using this today to repolish my nails. I did request for a small journal that I want to utilize for nature journaling for myself. As Chrissy, the wannabe naturalist and the admirer of the greatest artist of all time, God, right, our creator, not as the homeschool mom, looking for lesson opportunities and experiences. And so this is one of my daily habits, morning daily habits that I'm replacing with not checking those social media apps in the morning. These were a nice surprise by my teen soft gel highlighters in an earth tone color palette, of course. These are so creamy, they almost remind me of a beeswax crayon consistency, which is fun. Bible tabs have been on my wish list for a while. However, I was really blown away by the color palettes, again, that my family picked out. I'm sure my teen had a say in this because her and I are very similar in this way. I'm actually very excited to use these today. I'm going to take a few minutes to at least get through half of these sheets. All right, so at this point, a lot of the littles had made their way out of their beds into the living room, into the kitchen, so it's time to nourish everyone. We voted on diced ham and eggs. The kids wanted some bagels, and I went with a multi-grain bread toast and a healthy serving of homemade guac. All right, it's about 10:30. Breakfast and cleanup are all done. Some kids are dressed, some aren't. We're choosing our battles, and we're going to jump into the first chapter of our first read aloud for 2023. The kids have all set themselves up with a quiet activity to keep hands busy but ears open during our read aloud. How you have come into Narnia. Narnia? What's that? Said Lucy. This is the land of Narnia, said the fawn, where we are now, all that lies between the lamppost and the great castle of Cair Paravel on the eastern sea. And you have come from the wild woods of the west? I got in through the wardrobe in the spare room, said Lucy. The first chapter has been read, and of course it was marvelous. It's hard to stop there, but before we continue, we're going to complete some of the activities in the Family Literature Guide Companion to go along with our read aloud. So I've turned on some music, we've set the mood, and we're going to get started with some work.
These mass movements of our children are the greatest tribute in the world to the British way of life, even in the midst of the storm and stress of battle.
Okay, so it's time to call it quits for now. We have to step out and pick up my teens from their classes on campus, but this is what we accomplished. So we read a chapter out of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and then we also completed a few of the activities in this Family Literature Guide by Hearth Magic to go with Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And for the next several weeks, this guide is going to be our spine or our bulk of language arts. All right, so we did the extension activity, which is actually for older children. At least a writing portion will be for Bella, but we did all watch the videos on children in wartime. We also completed the craft activity of illustrating what you imagine would be in the wardrobe. And then we started with our character journals. That's one of our favorite elements of these literature companion guides is character journaling. Bella and Noah are required to keep a main lesson block book, and then Luna, I give her loose papers because she participates as she pleases. She comes in and out, although she does listen to the read aloud, and she takes in a lot. But for the actual work, she chooses, and so with her it's a loose paper, and then I will build a main lesson block book based on what activities she did choose to participate in. So two things that we didn't accomplish today is the copy work, which we'll be doing later this week, making an English tea and treats, and playing hide and seek, which we'll be able to do that later this afternoon during our time outside. Today we also reviewed a word of the day, and so we followed the talk about it and the picture it prompts in this resource. The kids also carved out some time for some independent reading. Noah is reading A Wolf in the North Woods. I believe that's level 1B by The Good and the Beautiful. And Bella is a few chapters into A Dog's Porpoise. And this is one of her independent readers to go along with our oceanography year-long study. We have a few minutes to spare before we're out the door, and so I'm going to pour a little bit of one-on-one time into Luna's heart, and we're going to start a world full of animal stories, 50 folktales and legends from around the world. This is a new resource to us. It was gifted to Luna for her birthday. It is so beautiful. All right, a 5-minute tidy up, and then we're out the door. All right, so now that we're back from picking up the teens, it's time for some housework. Also, I don't vlog while I drive. If you know my car, my Lola, she's a 12-passenger van, like basically a bus to, load our family on different adventures. I take driving her very seriously. I also have to cross 2 bridges over water to get off the island, and I'm not messing with any camera or phone while I'm on the road. All right, we all need some sun on our face. It's a beautiful day out here, a beautiful Florida winter day. And so I thought I'd give you a little update on the garden. It's looking a little scrappy. We've had cold fronts, windburn, but here it is. A lot of our herbs are actually overflowering. I have to take care of that this weekend, but we still have a lot of dill, a lot of our delicious Thai basil, rosemary. Our thyme isn't looking so great. Let's see, early winter, my teen planted some new tomato plants, and those are doing great. So we have some midnight snack tomatoes here and some cherry tomatoes as well. You guys, I'm even super embarrassed to show you our pepper garden beds because they're really just overtaken with weeds. But like I said, we have beautiful sunny weather again, and so we'll be out here soon tending to these beds. But we have some sunset peppers growing in and some cubanelles as well. And so here it is. We have a small little harvest today. It's time to get in the kitchen and cook dinner and nourish my family, but first, coffee. Cooking for 7 people is always going to be difficult, and we don't do freezer meals. But something that we recently started doing was preparing a protein, at least for Monday, because it's super helpful just to get at least one day head start. And so we did that yesterday. We're making vaca frita today. And so all I have to do is whip up some sides, which is the easiest part for me. My kids love a cucumber salad, and it pairs so nicely with Spanish meals with rice and beans. And so that's what I'm working on right now. I chopped some fresh white onion and I placed that in a bowl. Now I'm chopping a lot of cucumbers. I've added the onion and the cucumbers thinly sliced into the bowl. I'm going to add freshly squeezed juice from these limes, salt, pepper, and a tablespoon of vinegar. So you give that cucumber salad a toss and refrigerate until you're ready to serve. It's best when it's really crisp and cold, and it's just so refreshing. So not only do we share meals together, we prepare meals together. That's a big priority in our home. And so today I recruited Ailani to help me with the vaca frita. Serve with a bed of rice and beans, cucumber salad, and that's today's quick dinner. Part of the meal preparation is the cleanup, and again, that's also a collaborative effort in our household. And so it's crunch time. We're doing that. We're cleaning up. I have to go rinse off. My son is getting ready for the game, and we're off. So I'll end this day in the life here.